Well, this is a new table design as well. So the table group is a direct drive torque motor. It's 2.5 meters diameter, sits on an ultra high density concrete bed. So it's a completely new concept to us, lower cost, more than enough power and rigidity for the requirements of the machine.
Lee, we've seen it in trade journals, in the MTD magazine. We've heard about this machine for a long time. We're now here to see it in the flesh, the VT28. Tell us about this new launch from Starrag.
The VT28 is a new concept of vertical turning lathe with milling, drilling, grinding capability as well. And it's really to take us into a much more competitively priced market without losing any of the capability of the original machine design.
Now, it's quite a neat construction, isn't it? We've got the two concrete pillars either side of a single column, and then we've got a 2.8 metre table. So you've got a lot of capacity in quite a small footprint.
For sure, and this is what we call a single column machine first. So the traditional machine would be built in a pit, if you like, a quite complex pit. So this is a flat floor foundation with a plinth supporting the column. The column sits on top of the plinth. It's a steel welded construction, very, very stiff, rigid design, but also designed to be damped as well.
What about the milling area here on the machine? Because there's something quite unique and quite different to what I'm used to hearing.
Sure, well, for milling, what we do is we embed the drive, if you like, the spindle drive inside the ram. So we don't add a motor milling attachment. We load the tools directly into the ram, or we load the head directly into the ram if you need a milling head, for example.
And the advantage of that?
Stiffness. So you've got stiffness and rigidity. So we've got a 64 kilowatt spindle, 3,000 Newton meters, so we drive big tools. So if we're just milling vertically, we load those tools straight into the spindle. If we're using a head, say a fork head, or even a swivel head or a 90-degree head, then they're loaded by the robot into the end of the ram, and then tools can be loaded directly into the head.
And the Z-axis here, or call it the ram, works in conjunction with a W-axis as well, doesn't it, to give you that extra reach? That is something you have on this machine.
It is. Well, when you look at the construction of this machine, the cross rail houses the saddle, which houses the ram. So the cross rail moves up and down to 12 different positions 100 millimeters apart. So 1.2 meters travel on the cross rail. The ram itself, which is hydrostatically enclosed, so a 330 by 330 millimeter ram, has 1.75 meters of movement.
When I've spoken to you recently about some of the other technologies that you produce within the group, we've talked a lot about hydrostatic guideways. Does that apply to this machine too?
It does. So we've got the ram fully enclosed on all four sides with hydrostatic bearings, and then we've got hydrostatics on the cross rail as well.
And then the table itself, 2.8 meters. You can get a lot of weight on there, I'm sure. Power, strength, all of those things within that environment as well.
Well, this is a new table design as well. So the table group is a direct drive torque motor. It's 2.5 meters diameter, sits on an ultra high density concrete bed. So it's a completely new concept to us, lower cost, more than enough power and rigidity for the requirements of the machine.
And then I want to talk about the enclosure. So these machines, they create a lot of heat, a lot of steam, a lot of mist. How do you get rid of that? And is there anything different you're doing here on this range in order to help operators and machine shops in general?
We are. So we've designed a complete new concept of enclosure on this machine. So normally a machine like this would be fully enclosed. What we have here is the door system has a partial roof, if you like, that's sealed against the covers of the bellows. So the door and the whole enclosure is smaller, so when you stop the machine, we can get rid of the emissions quicker. When you open the doorway is smaller, The bellows slide open along the cross rail to enable you to get over the centre of the table to load the machines, and then the bellows are automatically closed up, the doors closed. So it's a really clever design.
Really clever. And one other thing that's really clever as well, which I read about, is normally this is a single column machine, but often you have a double column machine where you've got a Y-axis table that moves kind of in and out, which gives you a bit more flexibility. You haven't got that here. You've got the single column, yet you have an answer to be able to do that kind of machining, or that give you that same flexibility.
We do. So we've got a process that we call double transmit. So what this is it's a head. It's a head that swivels. So we load the head using the robot system. We load the tools into the head using the robot system. So if we have big heads, we have a bigger robot. If we have smaller heads, we have a smaller robot. To use the double transmit function, what we're able to do is to mill flats to produce holes, bores, threads where you would normally need a Y-axis, and we do that by rotating the table and rotating the head in a linear axis in full synchronization. Now this is very unusual. So on a single column machine, you've got a fixed table. You're normally only able to do work that's on centre line. On this machine, you can do work off centre line as well without a Y-axis.
Another very, very clever aspect. Finally, Lee, what we see here, the robot, you mentioned you have different size robots. You've got some pretty big tools in here as well, haven't you? It just goes to show, I guess, the strength or the capability of the machine. But here is the area where you house the tools, you house the heads, and this is where it all gets changed from.
It does, and like I said earlier, we configure the tool handling system, if you like, in conjunction with the tooling and heads that the customer specifies. So the range of heads that we have for the old machine is available on this machine. The power and torque we had from the spindle of the old design is available on this machine. So there's no compromise to productivity. And you can see from the size of some of the tools in the carousel, this is a big, heavy, rigid machining centre for turning and for milling. Okay,
so in summary, who have you not maybe been successful with supplying machine tools before, but you will be now because of this? Call it an invention or however you want to term it.
I'm going to say that's an interesting question. Previously, we've been successful in the OEM market with the smaller VTLs because they know what they need, they know what the future looks like, and they can afford the investment. What this machine does is it doesn't compromise on the performance from the older machine, but it puts us at a different price level. So we're now much more attractive to the supply chain and subcontractors than we've ever been before.